All right, what's happening, everybody? Welcome to Games and Graps Live. This is the pre-show before the pre-show for NXT Takeover in Your House 2021. My name is Sonny G, and I'm here with Steve.
Good evening.
And we're here to just chat. We're here to chat NXT Takeover.
Let's just chat.
We're just here to chat. We're here to chat. We're here to have a good time. We're not here to take life seriously. It's too hot. It's too hot. There's no air.
It's too hot. Life's too short.
Yeah.
Let's just have a laugh.
We're just here. Yeah, exactly that. Exactly that. We're here just to promote the shit out of ourselves and probably talk about wrestling a little bit.
Probably about 5 minutes, 55 minutes of shit.
Yep. So a minute each for the matches because there's only 5 matches tonight. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a minute each for the matches. That. You know, that is a good amount of matches for a wrestling show.
I think it is for NXT, definitely. You know, I wish that some of the main roster shows were that short, but we'll see.
I would quite enjoy like a 5-match WWE main pay-per-view, like not WrestleMania or SummerSlam or Survivor Series or one of the big ones like that, but you know, like Backlash and Hell in a Cell. Just give us 5 matches.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, well, it's interesting you say that about SummerSlam because I've seen some like conflicting things where they're saying that the SummerSlam might actually be a little bit shorter than you would expect because they want it to finish before the Manny Pacquiao fight because it's on at the same time.
Right. Okay.
So they want it done by 10 o'clock. I'm guessing that would be Eastern time. Maybe
European time, definitely.
Yeah, European time. Yeah, 10 o'clock Eastern time. They want it done by then. So either it goes on early, which is good for us because it means it might be on at 11 or something. Which
I'll take it all day. Plus, it's a Saturday night anyway, isn't it? Which is great.
Yeah. So that's fine. Or it's going to be a shortish sort of show. But then I've also heard that they want to make it WrestleMania level. Pay-per-view. Hence the rumors about Mr. Cena coming back. But hey, we'll wait and see on that one.
I wouldn't be against 2 nights for SummerSlam.
No. I mean, 2 nights.
They want to make it like WrestleMania.
I think 2 night WrestleMania has got to be the way forward. It really has.
Yeah. Lewis Young's in the comments already, as is Squinny. Hi, both. Thank you for spending your Sunday evening with us. It's a hot one. Guys, it's a warm one, so if people don't come in and watch this, I won't blame them because they're sweating their breasts off.
I've had to shut the back door because obviously the podcast sounded like something from a Disney film. So with all the birds chirping around, so I've shut the back door and I'm
sounded like the Really Wild show with Michaela Strachan and Terry Nutkins.
Showing your age there, mate.
I am. Well, that's when like used to get home from school and like BBC and ITV would both have like kids shows on until like 5:30, and then Neighbours would be on.
Yeah. Neighbours and Home and Away. Oh, just a cat. Oh.
I can't believe BBC tried to force news on us.
What? Kids?
You remember on BBC? I can't even remember that. Is it News Round? Is that what it was called?
Yeah, News Round, News Beat, something like that.
Yeah, like tried to force real world events on us. It's like we're not here for that.
We don't want that.
No. We want the turtles and stuff. We don't want like actual news.
Yeah, we want Sister.
Yeah, that was Nickelodeon though, wasn't it?
Maybe.
Yeah,
I'm thinking of something else.
My kids still watch News Round at school, says Carl. What?
Oh, right.
It's still a thing.
Isn't it like like you've got BBC Bite Size, which I think is for kids. I think it's on there. It might be an online thing. I don't know. Squinny can tell us.
Yeah, Squinny. Yeah, I mean, Dakota and Trav will probably start watching News Round at school when they go.
Possibly. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Possibly. Who knows?
Who knows?
Don't force news on the kids. It's miserable.
Yeah. Make it good news.
Yeah, make it like the happy news. Like when, at the end of ITV Midlands Today, where they show like something happy, like, Jebediah, who's 836 years old, he's grown a sunflower in his garden. That kind of thing.
look at this skateboarding squirrel. Something
Exactly,
like that,
yeah. Something like that. That fun news, not that like miserable news. Just a lot of COVID deaths today. We're not getting the vaccines out quick enough. Scientists muscling in with their white coats on.
The alpha, beta, Zaffa variant. Piss off.
It's just not happy news ever.
No.
I don't even know why I watch the news.
No. One of the best things I've done in the last 12 months is turn off notifications from Sky News on my phone, because it was draining last year, especially this time last year. You know, when it was like, you get that notification.
God, it was constant.
You get that notification come through. 7,000 deaths today. You're like, thanks.
Cheers.
While I'm sat working from home, sweating my tits off. It's just what I want to hear. So turn that off, and
stop watching News Round.
Stop watching News Round completely. Yeah. So
well, I guess we should probably talk wrestling.
Yeah, probably, because we don't want to upset anyone for not talking about wrestling.
Yeah, but I mean, if people have watched this from the start, and they know we're just here.
I mean, look, there's 5 matches, you know.
Yeah, we've got to pad this out, you know.
we've got to pad this out.
We've got to pad it out. There's only 5 matches. There's only so much you can say about, an old photo of the $1 Million Man.
Exactly.
You got to pad that shit out with other wholesome, quality content. And that's exactly what we provide here at the Games and Gramps podcast.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean, you'll notice that Finn Steele isn't here. Finn Steele's never here. He's too busy working. He's grafting on a Sunday.
Yeah.
That's what Finn Steele's doing.
I think he is.
I think that's piss poor, to be honest. I think he should just be here with us.
I think it's shocking.
I do. I think it's awful, yeah.
It's really poor.
I'm not
Greg
sure.
should have a word.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, we should get Greg on here to replace him, because that would be absolutely awesome.
I'd love that.
Would be good, actually. I'd love for Greg to come on and be like the Finn Steele alternative. We'd give him a name, obviously, because his second surname is Steele, but we'd give him a fake name as well.
Well, maybe, yeah. I mean, he could be G. couldn't he? G. Steele.
G. Steele. That's not a great. That's not a bad shout, you know.
Yeah, like G. Neville, P. Neville.
Yeah, G. and P.
Yeah, G. Steele.
Yeah,
and F. Steele.
F. Steele. Yeah, or O. Steele, depending on.
Yeah.
He'll hate us for that.
Oh well.
We're sort of tearing down his mystique.
I know. Tearing through the fourth wall here.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, look, that's what you get for not being here.
That's true. Let's talk.
Good win for England today.
Superb.
Bring a bit of added time into this. Yeah, good win for England. Enjoyed it.
Yeah, good
I thought they managed the game very well. I was critical of the starting lineup, but they did it.
So, well, everyone was, but like
the fuck do we know?
Well, it's I had a moan about it. I thought, what the hell is he playing at? But he's been with these guys for a couple of weeks now. They're the ones analysing Croatia. I mean, when was the last time we watched Croatia? We don't know their strengths and weaknesses. So,
probably the semi-final of the World Cup when we lost.
Yeah, 3 years ago. So, you got to trust. You got to trust the manager to a degree, and I thought we did well. I don't know what people are really expecting. You'd think we'd lost 5-0.
Yeah.
The way people were talking, but it's a marathon, not a sprint. Tournament football. So.
That is very, very true. Holland are winning 1-0 for those watching football at the minute, or watching us instead of football. I mean, you're watching the Euros instead of you watching us.
I mean, Squinny's put that Wigan Newland has scored. I don't know who he plays for, but Wigan Newland.
Is that the one who's just gone to PSG for double his wages?
Yes, yeah. I think he means Wijnaldum.
I call it. He definitely means Wijnaldum, yeah, or Wijnaldum.
Wijnaldum, or Wijnaldum if you're Denzel.
Uncultured northern swine.
Right, let's talk wrestling.
Let's talk wrestling. Yeah, let's do that. Let's talk some professional wrestling. Tonight is, of course, NXT Takeover in Your House 2021, and there we go. Raquel Gonzalez is defending the NXT Takeover. No, that's wrong. NXT Women's Championship against Ember Moon. Quick shout out to WWE for providing us with these impeccable, quality screens for us to use. Thank you also to Powered 4 TV. We are their official podcast partner. I mean, there's not really a lot to say about this match, probably.
No.
I mean, you don't take the belt off Raquel Gonzalez, not yet.
No, not yet. Not yet. Not after, she had the big win to get the belt, and then to take it off of this soon would be straight. And I don't see Ember as the person that takes the belt forward anyway.
No, I don't. No.
I think this feels fairly straightforward, and it should be a win for Gonzalez.
I think so. Yeah, I mean, hey, look. I enjoy the build. Obviously, Ember was a tag team champion with Shotzi Blackheart, and they took the belts off them fairly quickly.
Yes,
but
I
don't
Shotzi's
see them
injured at the minute as well, isn't she?
Yeah, you know what? That makes perfect sense. Yeah, I think you're right.
So I'm pretty sure that someone tweeted her and asked, not seen at Shotzi Blackheart on TV, are you injured? And she just replied and put, yep.
There we go. Hey, look, and that person will be happy forever because she replied to them.
Yeah.
People are easily pleased, man. They really are.
For sure. So yeah, I don't see Ember Moon winning it just yet.
No. You see what we mean, guys, when we've got to pad this out, because some of these matches, they are pretty straightforward like that.
They do
what else can you possibly say?
Yeah.
Let's move on to one that maybe isn't as straightforward. Mercedes Martinez taking on Xia Li. I'm a big Xia Li fan.
Yeah, same.
But at the same time, I'm a Mercedes Martinez fan.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, there was some talk of Eva Marie, who comes back to Raw tomorrow night.
Yes.
Turning up Team Eva Marie on this podcast. Fuck yes.
Yes.
Turning up with some muscle. Now, Mercedes Martinez was one of the names mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
Does she lose to Xia Li? I mean, I know this sounds like such a typical NXT answer, but does she lose to Xia Li and then go to Raw tomorrow night and turn up with Eva Marie? Or is it going to be Piper Niven, which is also one of the names mentioned?
Yeah, I mean, from a UK standpoint, it'd be cool if it was Piper Niven because she's great, and that would just be great to see someone from NXT UK actually go to the main roster. But I mean, I think regardless of what happens to Mercedes Martinez, I see Xia Li winning tonight. I think they're
building that character up too much, aren't they?
Yeah, exactly. The amount of effort and the amount they've put into the build for her, I'd be shocked. I'd be very surprised if she lost this, because then it'd be like, well, what was all that for? What was all the everything that's been happening and all the spooky stuff, which is booked well. It's amazing that the same company can book spooky stuff on NXT and it looks cool, and then they book spooky stuff on Raw and it looks terrible. Same company.
Yeah. Yeah, you'd never believe that it was the same company.
No, you wouldn't. No.
Right, Squiddy says he thinks it'll be Reckoning without the mask who turns up with Eva Marie. So Mia Yim.
Okay.
No, I don't think that'll happen. I think she's the rumor is that she's going to SmackDown. They've been holding off her debut for a couple of weeks. So I don't think it's going to be Mia Yim. Hey, look, cool if it is, but no, I don't think it is.
Yeah, really cool if it is. Yeah.
John Scott's here. What's happening, John? Good
evening,
to see
John.
you, buddy. Good evening, gents. Hope you're both well. We are well. We're just warm. Really warm.
Yeah.
2-0 to Holland, but VAR's getting involved. Here we go. So, we're coupling added time in here with the Games and Graps podcast because we're padding stuff out. That's what we're doing. We're padding. We're padding
Yep.
because we've only got 5 matches to talk about. So we're
We've already
padding.
talked about 2 of them.
And we've talked about 2 of them. Do you think we see now I don't want to get the name wrong. Is it Tian Shah? Like, the person who's been sitting in the chair. Do you think we see them tonight? I think it's probably the right platform for it, right?
Yeah, I think it would be the right time. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. John's here. What's happening, John?
Holy shit, it's John Maycock.
Oh my God. How are you two tonight? We're warm, but we're good. We're very good.
John. It's coming home.
Yeah, man, it's coming home. John texted me earlier on and said it was coming home.
He texted me as well.
Goal given 2-0 to Holland.
Game over then.
He would have thought so. Who scored? Let us know.
Yeah, John texted me earlier and put his coming home, and we were reminiscing about the last time England played Croatia at a tournament. Obviously, England lost. But when Trippier scored the free kick, I looked round and John had jumped that high. I honestly thought his head was going to go through my ceiling. It was incredible. It was like a Cristiano Ronaldo jump for a header. It was amazing. I just looked round. I was like, Jesus, what's John doing up there? Proper limbs, that was.
They say white men can't jump.
And they do say
John
that.
proved that totally wrong.
Yeah, all it takes is a Kieran Trippier free kick.
Absolutely, yep. Brett Thomas, what's happening, Brett? How's it going, mate?
Evening,
nice
Brett.
to see you. Hi, missed the start of the show because the new bloody curtain rail fell down that he put up. It snapped at 3 a.m. the other night and gave me a scare. I went to the shop to buy a new pole and the bloke sold me the wrong size. That's the worst.
I do. I've had that with a curtain rail falling down in the middle of the night and it scares the shit out of you. It really does.
Look. Yeah, but because everything's silent at night.
Yeah.
Like the slightest noise is the loudest noise in the world.
Oh God, yeah. Yeah.
Like if you're asleep or if you're awake and trying not to wake somebody else up, you have to be Sam Fisher from Splinter Cell to like around the house. You have to like walk up the walls like split-legged, like like both of your feet are like flat against the wall, and you're like getting up the wall like that. That's how you have to be at night. You have to be Sam Fisher from Splinter Cell. Make a new game, please. Brett, I am interested to know what you thought of your boy Logan Paul's performance against Floyd Mayweather. I want to know. I'm intrigued to hear what you think about his performance because, hey, look, Logan Paul, he might be a YouTuber, but I said last time, you've got to have all the respect in the world for those guys because they've put themselves into a position where, a lot of people really do dislike them, but they're making a shitload of money and seem like they're having the absolute time of their lives.
Oh God, yeah. Yeah. That'd have been a dream come true for him, for Logan Paul. Fighting the greatest ever, pound for pound, the greatest ever, some say. So
Muhammad Ali.
Yeah. Yes, Muhammad Ali. No, pound for pound. Fair play to Logan Paul. I've seen a few clips and he gets a few jabs in. Fair play to him.
I think it's the guy's quick and the guy's obviously got some power behind him. He's a big dude. He's not small.
Yeah. Well,
he's not a professional boxer, obviously, but
no.
Hey,
but if he was, he'd have to go to the heavyweight division with his
because he's
weight.
A big guy.
So,
yeah.
One. What did he weigh in at? 189. So I think
it was something like that. Yeah, I mean,
I think that was the limit. So, and I'm pretty sure that puts you in the heavyweight division if you are 189. So, yeah.
Or you can go for the cruiserweight title in WWE because you're under 205.
Gosh,
we know that rule is absolute bullshit because both Buddy Murphy definitely weighs more than 205. You cannot tell me otherwise.
What's 205 in stone in real money?
14. Maybe just about that.
Yeah.
Brett says, I think he showed heart and that he can draw. Yeah, he can draw. I mean, everyone wanted to see the fight. Floyd made 400,000 buy rate before Conor, KSI, and Logan. 2 YouTubers did 1.5 million. What do you think to the idea of Logan versus Bryan or Punk as a one-off pay-per-view match? Well, you know what, right? I have no issue with Logan Paul being on WWE TV, and I didn't when he was at WrestleMania, and he was very respectful of them after WrestleMania as well on his podcast. I don't think he would fight Daniel Bryan, and I certainly don't ever see CM Punk coming back. But I wouldn't object to, like Logan Paul versus Sami Zayn or something, like a continuation of that stuff. No point, no qualms with that whatsoever.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that given the opportunity to look, do you want a match, a genuine match? He'd put the effort in as well. He showed that with the boxing. So I'm sure he would put the effort in, and
he's a showman. He can talk. He's already got that part down.
Yeah, of course.
And obviously, then it'd just be sort of learning how to wrestle. And you would have. I mean, he's obviously had to learn to some degree to take bumps, like he did at WrestleMania. He took a stunner from Kevin Owens. So yeah, I wouldn't be against seeing Logan Paul again on WWE TV. Yeah, but yeah, right. Let's. Sorry, I got completely good questions. Good stuff.
Yeah, I like it.
Nice one, Brett. Nice one. Right, let's go on to another match here. This one I am really looking forward to. This is it's going to be great. I know it's going to be great.
Oh yeah.
It's a ladder match for the $1 Million Championship. Very recent photo of Ted DiBiase there. Yeah. Very, 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 very recent. Again, that's a 35-year-old picture, 100%.
Easily. They do the same with Flair, don't they? As well, they use it.
Oh god, the ones they use for Ric Flair are ridiculous. Like it was when he was GM and he still had like a good solid jawline, and like they're using those photos, and they're like 10, 15 years ago now.
Yeah, easily.
But this one, this $1 Million Man picture is super old. I mean, this is WWF Federation Days $1 Million Man. Hey, look, he's backstage at NXT. He doesn't look like crap. Just take a photo of him.
Yeah, exactly. He doesn't. Yeah, he looks like a man of his age. Just take a photo of him. Do you reckon it's because of is he going to be recognizable if you took a picture of him now? Do you not? No.
If you took a picture of the $1 Million Man now and put it next to that picture, he still looks like him.
Yeah, but you know what I'm trying to say, don't you? Like they go,
I know what you mean, but
who's the old guy? Just stick an old picture up.
What? Just have him
it's
in
not
the
like
suit.
Hogan. Hogan looks the same now as he did.
Yeah, but Hogan's had the same haircut and moustache for like.
That's what
forever.
I'm saying. You get away with it with Hogan.
Yeah.
Because he just looks the same. But that's probably why they do it, so that people go, "Oh, the $1 Million Man. I remember him."
Yeah, and then he turns up and he's like, "What? That he doesn't look anything like that picture now." Because he's aged in 35 years.
True.
I think he'll come down in the suit tonight, though. He's got it, right?
Yeah. Oh,
that'd be so cool. I love that shit.
Yeah.
He comes down to the ring first, holding the $1 Million Championship, gives it to the ref for him to put it on the ring thing.
On the ring thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Elsa Kano's here. What's happening, Kano? Good to see you. Thank you for joining us. We're waffling tonight. We're padding. We're talking anything and everything that people want to talk about. We're here. We're just here.
We're here. Whatever.
It's the Games and Grats pre-show before the pre-show, but it's a free-for-all. Anyone who comes here knows that. Anyone who watches our podcast knows that that's how it is,
Oh, yeah. Yeah. This week's podcast, we talked about triathlons. Finn being Rambo.
Yeah.
All sorts of stuff. A little bit of gaming, a little bit of wrestling.
Yeah, like the stuff that we usually, our podcast is named after we talked about. Heaven forbid we don't. We don't want to get criticised.
That's true.
That is very true. We should eventually we're going to have to change the name to I don't know what, but
podcast.
Just podcast. Plain and simple podcast. Imagine that. Just like you see our logo in the top corner, you just take all of that off and it's just podcast.
Hey, do you listen to podcast? Which one? No, it's just called podcast.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
You should.
Yeah, you absolutely should. It's a great podcast.
Up yours, Glenn, says Scrunny.
Hey, look, he had his opinion.
No,
and
he's
it's
entitled.
fine.
He's entitled to
and
it.
It annoyed me. But we weren't prepared that day. That's my fault. And it's on me, and I owned up to it. But look, let's not talk about that shit. That's negative. And it's in the past.
Negative. We don't want that.
Glyn just gives us a thumb down every week instead. Squinny says, I'm calling Virgil comes out and gets involved, then ask Cameron for $20. If that happens, I'm marking.
That'd be amazing. That would be amazing.
I would absolutely love that shit. I would love it. Kano says, also convention time. I'm assuming you mean confession time? We'll go with that. I don't follow football, and someone said England are playing. I should watch. They told me the time. I couldn't find it on my phone, TV. Then came across the game anyway. Are you not here in this country, Kano? Are you somewhere else? Or look, not everyone follows football. We know that, and that's okay. You don't have to follow football. Don't feel pressured into watching England. It wasn't an entertaining game today. It was just a professional performance by 11 men in a white shirt. That's all it was. Nothing more, nothing less.
Football just causes, there's been times in the nearly 30 years that I've been following football where I wish I'd never been introduced to the game because it causes so much stress.
Yeah, all the stress. Unnecessary.
Unnecessary stress. I don't need it, but I love it. And I watch it every week. So there we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
I text my friend, great win. He said, yeah, but only one. I said, one, ? But score was 4-1, ? Turns out I'd been watching Finland's game against Turkey. No, hang on. Did Turkey? No. I'm reading that wrong.
Turkey lost. Finland won 1-0. Turkey lost 3-0.
Yeah. In there, amongst it, you've got the right results, Kano. But look.
England won. Okay, boom.
England won. That's all you need to know. Hey, just be like, yeah. Hey, look, if you need stock answers for football-related questions, just be like, yeah, I thought it was...
a Finnish league game he was watching.
Oh, Jesus. just be like, yeah, I thought England played well. Thought they defended good. That's it. They scored. That was great. They won. Big times.
Yeah.
Good times. So where are you from, Kano? I'm interested now.
Yeah.
Are you from Finland? I'm interested. Yeah. Right. Let's.
Ladder match.
Oh yeah, shit. Yeah. I forgot we didn't
even talk about the ladder match.
Yeah. we put the picture up. Talked about Ted DiBiase not looking like that anymore, and then we just stopped.
Yeah.
No wonder people slate slaters. Got to come into the comments. This wasn't about wrestling. This was about everything but wrestling. So yeah, there's the $1 Million Man, not looking like the $1 Million Man, but the two men involved in this ladder match for the $1 Million Championship are Cameron Grimes, who is so good, such a great character, and LA Knight, who I just absolutely adore. Phenomenal.
Yeah.
Obviously, this, Cameron Grimes has been rolling with this storyline, since he invested in GameStop stocks and became very rich. Now, what do we think about this? And obviously, LA Knight has just recently been brought into the storyline, sort of like the $1 Million Man's pushed him into this situation. Of course, going into this match, Cameron Grimes is the face, I would assume, and LA Knight, who is just a super heel, great on the mic, all that sort of stuff. He's going to be the heel going into this anyway. So it's a tough one to call this. This one is not as straightforward as some of the others.
No, it's not. And this feels like, actually, even though the main event has the potential to be amazing, I think this is a lot of people's main event. People are really, really looking forward to this match.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think that potentially out of the back of this, I think this, whatever happens, this makes Cameron Grimes the biggest babyface in all of WWE, not just NXT, all of WWE after this tonight.
You think he's going to win?
I think he's going to win. Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to go opposite that. I think LA Knight's going to win, and Cameron Grimes eventually is going to win that belt, because I'm assuming they're going to use it going forward. Is it a new version of the belt, or is it the belt?
It looks like the belt. So
I think I think I might have dreamt that. I think I had a dream that the NXT that they'd like sort of shaped it differently.
NXT'd it up.
Yeah, a little bit, but it's still like the same design, but they've just changed the shape of it. I'm probably wrong. Kano is from Portugal. We're big in Portugal. Yes.
Cristiano.
Hell yeah. Get on the phone to Bruno. Tell him to watch this.
Cardi Pereira.
Yeah.
Boom. My
Look,
guy.
Portugal. That's it. We're here now. We've made it. We're reaching other areas in Europe. I feel like we've made it.
We're on a European tour.
Yeah. So, tell us
do it.
what theatres are in Portugal, whichever part of Portugal you are. We'll book a theatre and we'll just come and do Games and Graps live there. Even if it's just you there, that'd be great. That's that's the dream. Get to take this on tour. Then after that, we'll retire.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
Imagine doing this live on a stage.
I mean, it'd be cool. It'd be nerve-wracking.
It would,
even if there is only 3 people there. But yeah, it'd be nerve-wracking.
Everything we do is on the fly. We haven't even got to write anything. We just go out there.
Yeah.
So easy.
So
So easy. Side question from Brett. You guys put out Tripp's media call he made. This is Powered 4 TV. So Powered 4 TV did put out Triple H's media call. He mentioned the announcement of equality. Because NWA are having an all-female show. And the quote that Triple H said, now I don't know if you've seen this, is he said, equality is equality. Equality isn't, I want my own, we want our own show. Along them lines. And then he said, if I put out an all-male show saying that I didn't want to have women on it, he would get crucified. 100% correct.
Correct. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he would, yeah.
Yeah. I agreed with what he said. Now, if people...
I mean, I've not heard it properly for me to be able to comment, really, but I kind of get the point with it. I think, to be honest, WWE obviously did a all-women show, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
A while back, and I believe it's the lowest drawing or lowest watched pay-per-view ever in WWE history, apparently.
What, Evolution?
So, yeah, apparently so. So, I've leaps and bounds. Women's wrestling is leaps and bounds. So far forward compared to where it was even 10 years ago, 5 years ago, maybe. So, you look at NXT, for example, their women's division is incredible.
Mm-hmm.
So, things are improving, and I don't. Yeah, do the women need a specific pay-per-view when they're in recent times? The female wrestlers have been getting loads of time on pay-per-views, main event in WrestleMania. I mean, that's huge, absolutely huge, and I'm all for it. So I don't know. Do they need an all-women's pay-per-view? Don't know. Not sure.
Yeah. No, I don't think they do. Just like I don't think they would need their own show. I think equality is everybody being on the same show and there just not being a problem with it, which of course there isn't. Yeah. But, you look at WWE 15 years ago, they're having bra and panties matches. They're having women thrown into, like bowls of gravy and mud and all that sort of shit, right? But now, like, you look forward to the women's matches just as much as you do the men's matches. Like, we were talking... we've talked about two of the two women's matches that are on tonight's show, and they both look amazing.
Yeah.
You don't need a separate show to showcase the incredible female talent that WWE has. No. And in fact, it shouldn't even be pointed out.
No.
Yeah, it's a great thing. All right. Yeah, it's a really good thing. That it's so recognized, and they've got such a great strength in depth roster to be able to have an all-women's pay-per-view, but I just don't think it's necessary. Because if you start going down that route, then, 205 Live has a whole pay-per-view.
Yeah.
All of the shows that WWE, they have to have their own pay-per-view. It's like, have UFC ever had a female-only show? I don't think they have.
I kind of think that's what Brett's alluding to that there. He's saying, like, with Ronda, like, she sold buy rates because she was marketable.
Yeah,
so
she was
it doesn't matter whether she was male or female. If you're marketable, it shouldn't matter, and that's why we ended up with women main event in WrestleMania, because it was amazing. It was amazing. So yeah.
Yeah. I think I love the women's division. I think the women's division is so good, but you have
brilliant.
to be. I think you just have to be so careful, especially when people are throwing the word equality around, because everything's taken so direct these days. Like, people were going nuts at Triple H, and I disagree with that, because Triple H, what he said really was correct. Also, Rachel Cornell, who is in the comments, what's happening, Rachel? Thank you for joining us again. From a female perspective, I totally agree with Brett. There you go. Yeah, it doesn't have to be men or women. It can be men and women on the same show, and it's all good. It'd be the same thing if, like, we're going to have an all black wrestlers pay-per-view. Same thing.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, it's...
we're going to have a pay-per-view, but we're only going to have... Yeah, we're going to have a pay-per-view, but we're only going to have white wrestlers on it. And then we're going to have a pay-per-view where we only have black wrestlers on it. You just... No. No. You don't have to do it, is the point. I want to see female... Yeah, I want to see female wrestlers next to the men and share that space. That is equality. Having NWA only female show is silly. Triple H also said NWA can't have WWE stars because they have contracts. There you go. Rachel, you've hit the nail on the head. Equality is having everybody on the same show, not everybody having their own separate show.
Totally agree.
There we go.
Totally agree.
Yeah. People going skits at Triple H, just absolutely for no reason at all. So you've got Cameron Grimes for the ladder match.
Yes, I have. Yes.
And I've gone for LA Knight. That's going to be a really interesting show. Finn was in the comments, actually, I saw just a second ago.
He was, yeah.
You think he said he could see where... Oh, here we go. Finn's there. Look. Funny thing is, almost people getting mad at Triple H and men.
There's a shock.
Yeah. Why have contracts? Was one of the questions put to Triple H. So Triple H said the best females want to go to WWE. And WWE does have the best female roster. 100% they do. The NXT UK women's division is unbelievable. The NXT women's roster is unbelievable. The main roster women's division needs work. But, amongst there, you've got Charlotte Flair. Arguably, can't say that word properly. I don't know why. Thank you. Arguably the best, still can't say it, the best female wrestler in the world. Bayley had a great run with the women's championship. Sasha Banks had a great run with the women's championship. Rhea Ripley is great. She's not really found her position on the main roster properly yet.
No, not yet.
Oscar, phenomenal.
Yeah.
Carnage is here. What's happening?
And you've also got you also got Becky Lynch, probably one of the most over wrestlers of whatever year it was, 2018 or 2019. I can't remember now.
2019, I think it was.
She's not even been on telly for God knows how long. Do we have a picture of Charlotte in action? I think we may do.
We do. This is from this past week's Raw. This is Charlotte Flair.
Yep, I remember that bit.
Yeah, that was really good. That was during the tag team match, of course. And this is when she cut a promo backstage. There we go. For crying out loud! Why make us do this? We have this fucking. Rachel says, "What we don't want to see is WWE doing a Disney-style female power." No, I agree. Yeah, we don't need to see it. We just don't.
Unless I could imagine John laughing to that, and that's making me laugh.
Yeah,
John's got the world's most infectious laugh, and when he goes, that's it. I am done.
Yeah, 100%. Carnage is here. What's happening, Carnage? I love that there's a regular crop of people that come to these shows. I love that. It's awesome. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, much appreciated.
Finn, you're right. The kind of men that I'd slap. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't want to get into it too much, but I think Triple H made a good point and a valid point, and I think that is probably the long and short of it. But Rachel does say, "Shove down our throats." Can't say any words. I can't words tonight. That's it. I can't. Throats like all Avengers movies and Star Wars. It drives me nuts how females are needing remake of women versions. I mean, that's another conversation for another time. And we need to come on here and we need to do a live. We just need to do a live free for all where
Talk
it's not about
anything.
Just hey, look, let's just come on here and we'll do a free for all, and we'll when it's not tied to a pay per view. We're going to be back here next week for Hell in a Cell.
Yeah,
as well. That's what's we're just here. We're here all the time. When is it?
Games and Graps Unplugged.
Yeah, Games and Graps Unplugged. That's what it should be, and we'll just go for it. We'll go hell for leather.
Jeez, we are missing a good game of football.
Yeah, we are missing a good game of football. Look, Squinny's not, though. Squinny is here, and he's not missing this either.
Fair play to him.
All great points. I love that you guys do come into the comments and stuff. It's it's really awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
Right, back to some sort of wrestling conversation. This one's going to be a cracker, actually. It's a 6-man tag team match with all the gold on the line. So Bronson Reed, who of course is the NXT North American champion, teaming up with MSK, who are the NXT tag team champions, taking on Legado del Fantasma, which for some reason I can say perfectly. I can words that. I can do it.
Cool.
That's going to be a banger, right?
It should be a great match. Really, really should be. And I like the idea of all the belts being.
Me too. I like this.
Line. Yeah, I think it's. I imagine it's been done before, but I like it. I've not seen it for. I don't think I've ever seen it.
I think like back in maybe early 2000s, we had something like this.
Maybe I can't quite remember, but someone will be able to say.
Yeah, usually I'd be able to dig that out of the.
Yeah, for sure.
Dig that out of the archives, but to be honest, it's just so goddamn hot.
It is. It is hot.
Carnage is, I think, has just subscribed to our YouTube channel.
Oh, nice one.
Thanks, Carnage. Oh yeah, that's another thing. I should be promoting our YouTube channel more. I was talking to Rich from Powered 4 earlier on. He was saying, "Look, you got to promote your YouTube channel." So that's why it's on our YouTube channel and not theirs tonight, because he was like, "Do it on yours," and do it on our Facebook and your Facebook and your YouTube.
Cool.
We'll build your YouTube up. That's what we want to do. So, yeah, guys, if you are watching on YouTube, please do subscribe. Nice one, Brett. Thank you very much.
Cheers,
Rachel says, like everyone forgets Alien. Sigourney Weaver was fucking badass, as was Linda Hamilton in Terminator 2. Awesome. That was natural and not just because they had to have a female. Yeah. P.S. I'd love you guys to do a TV and movie show. Hey, look. We've watched enough TV and movies to do that. Yeah.
We've still got to do our American Pie remake, haven't we? So.
Yeah. Word for word remake. Just reading the script. How sweet it is to be loved by you. By you. What was it? I was such a bore.
Everywhere I went, like I've been there before.
You got enough for me.
With Jeff. Yes, Brett. I love that.
There we go. Look, we'll get him on here as well. You bump into him in London. We'll get him on here. We'll talk about it.
Get him on.
Let's do it. We could do that. We could easily do it.
We could do a TV and movies one, yeah, for sure.
Is Finn going to fuck the pie? Why not?
Yeah.
Finn strikes me more of a Shermanator type character.
What, pissing himself at prom?
Yeah, why not? But he still gets Nadia, in the end.
Yeah, come the... is it the reunion?
Yeah, it's reunion where he gets Nadia.
Yeah. Lucky guy.
Yeah, man. Sherman!
What the are you doing here? See, word for word.
Yeah, we could do it. 100%. We could do it. I don't think the titles change hands tonight. Going straight back into the wrestling. Just seamless transitions.
Seamless. Yeah, that segue was just liquid. Yeah, it's too soon. It feels to me like MSK haven't really gotten over with the fans, because obviously there's fans at NXT. I don't think they have.
What are you talking about?
No, I don't think they have. I don't think they're into them. but it'd be too soon to take the belt off Bronson Reed. So,
You think the crowd are more into Legado del Fantasma than they are MSK?
I don't know about that. I just don't think they're really into MSK. I might be wrong. Maybe I'm not paying enough attention. But I don't know. It just feels like a bit of about them. They've not really a bit like Rhea Ripley with on the main roster. It feels a bit like that with MSK. Like all the talent's there and they are amazing, but
really amazing.
I don't know. I don't feel like they've quite. Maybe the belts went on them a bit too soon. But hey, what do I know? But yeah, it's too. Either way, it's too soon to take the belt off.
Bronson Reed.
Yeah. So I can't see them losing just yet.
Santos Escobar is going to be a massive star. I think.
Yeah. Unless they Andrade him.
He's got an action figure coming out soon with the cruiserweight title, which
that's cool.
Which I'm excited about getting. That'll be a good one. I like Legado del Fantasma a lot.
I like all of them in this tonight, in this match. But yeah, belts aren't changing.
I don't think so. I don't think the belts are changing, but this should be one hell of a match.
Yeah, be great.
5 minutes added time. Currently 3-2 to Holland. Good times. Jeff from London's Burning has a bad cough at the minute. He said, I shouldn't wait for his bus for a few weeks because he might catch it. I waited 3 buses of the 201, came along until Jeff showed up. Look, I think you need to have a chat with him. Next time the 201 comes along and you get on there, just say, look, touch base with these guys. Tell them to messages on Facebook or whatever, or on Twitter or something, and hook this up. And we'll do a TV and movies show. Maybe that's something we could do live. Just that's easy to do.
Yeah.
We could just come on and we could have ideas in mind for films we want to talk about. And then these guys could come in and we could be like, oh, what about this and this and this? And then we could just, God, that could be a hit. That could be our ticket.
For sure.
Yeah,
and it wouldn't, a bit like our podcast, it wouldn't be overly serious. Get these people.
No, not at all.
You get these people that do film reviews and they break it down, and you just think, you think, fucking hell, lads, just enjoy it for what it is. It's a bloody film. It's a bit like wrestling when you get people. Randy Orton doesn't have the fundament. It's bloody wrestling. Enjoy it for what it is. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, look, I agree totally. People are like, the acting was a touch wooden. No.
The storyline was paper thin, terrible. Shut up! It's superheroes beating the shit out of each other. What more do you want? What more? People
criticizing Godzilla versus King Kong. Hey, it's 2 big monsters beating the crap out of each other. That's exactly what we want.
Yeah, it's exactly
nothing else.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Carl. Squinny says he better be wearing his uniform. We want to see him work his hose.
Cheers, Squinny.
Yeah, Squinny has just lowered the tone.
Terrible. Shocking.
Yeah, absolutely piss poor. Also, guys, if you are watching on YouTube, please do like the video because apparently all this stuff helps.
Helps the algorithm and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, the more people that like it, the higher up the YouTube. I don't know how it works. Look, we're just here to talk. We don't know anything about that stuff. Finn knows more about that stuff than we do. We're just here to go, hey, just please like the video because apparently it does some stuff that makes more people see it. So just all the likes and, hit the bell thing also. Squiddy, don't try and turn this around on us.
Yeah, come on.
You're the bad guy in all this. You're the one who did this today. There you go. Finn's in the comments says it really helps. There you go.
What really helps is Finn on about liking the podcast, or is Finn on about finger work?
I don't know, but I put that clip on our TikTok.
Oh, nice. Yes, I saw that. Yeah.
Brett's
having his vaccination.
Yes, Brett.
Yes, Brett. Get it.
Yes. I've had mine. You've had both of yours, haven't you? I've got my second one in a couple of months or something like that.
Yes, I've had both of mine because I am an unhealthy son of a bitch.
Hey, but you've had it and you're fully vaccinated.
Yeah, so I'm going around licking people again. It's great.
Hell yeah. That's what I can't wait to go around licking people. Jesus, Squinny, this is what you've done to this show. You've really taken it.
You've just
You're the
derailed
bad guy here. You're the bad guy, not us. There was a comment that said, "Are we watching it live tonight?" I think Rachel put it. It depends because it's so damn hot that I don't know if I'm actually going to be able to sleep.
Yeah, that was my thought earlier. I was like, do you know what? Sleep might not happen tonight, so I may be watching, a bit of the wrestling. So we'll see.
Possibly. I mean, earlier on in the week, there was a day that we went to bed at a fairly normal time. I think it's when one of the nights we played Sea of Thieves. I think we came off Sea of Thieves.
Tuesday?
Yeah, I think it was Tuesday night.
Thursday.
So
Thursday.
went to bed. Yeah, went up to bed after. It was Thursday. It was.
Yeah.
Went up to bed, and it was just so hot, and I couldn't sleep. It got to like 2 a.m, so I've been in bed by like 2.5 hours at this point. Still couldn't sleep, so I got up. I was like, "Fuck this!" I got up. Played an hour of Pez.
Right.
And went back to bed, stared at the ceiling for an hour and a half, eventually got up at 4:30. I may as well have rewatched WrestleMania.
Yeah, I've been there, mate. I mean, it doesn't even have to be hot. I mean, I have issues with sleep, as you know, sometimes, and I've had that before. I get to like 4:30 and I think I'll get up now, and then I drop off. Yeah. And then the alarm goes off at 7 or whatever, and I'm like, oh God, that's painful.
Yeah, my alarm went off at 7, went to work, and I was like, oh my God, I am on my Aris today.
Morning brown, loads of morning brown.
Oh, geez, morning brown, all the morning
brown. Dinner brown.
Brett, don't be nervous about your vaccine. You'll be absolutely fine.
You'll be fine.
The likelihood is you'll have the Pfizer one, and you'll just have a dead arm. You'll be fine.
Yeah. I had the dirty Oxford one, and I wasn't bad. So
there you go.
You'll be fine. It impacts people differently. I've heard stories. Some people have been in bed I was in bed for 7 days. No, you just wanted a week off work. Come on, be honest. And then some people are just like, yeah, I've had a dead arm. Felt a bit rough for a day, but yeah, you'll be fine, mate. You'll be fine. And even if you are ill for 3 days, you're vaccinated. It's 3 days. Considering what we've been through the last 15 months, 3 days is nothing, really, even if it is that long.
Yeah,
probably be no more than a day, if anything. You'll be fine.
There you go. You'll be absolutely fine. COVID reassurance from Team Games and Grabs. If we were to do like a live show about movies and TV, what would we even call it? I think we'd probably have to put it to these guys to name it, because I just wouldn't know.
No, I wouldn't. No, I mean, it'd have to still be Games and Graps. I don't know. Games and Graps presents movies with Sonny and Steve and Finn and whoever else.
That's a bit of a mouthful, though, isn't it?
It is a bit of a mouthful, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not film review with what's his name, Barry Norman.
Barry Norman. Yeah. That was good. I used to like that. But again, he's one of those that sort of overanalyzes it.
Oh God, yeah. Well,
like that dickhead who used to be on MTV, Alex Zane. He does a movie show on Sky, and he's one of them.
Yeah.
Who fucking gave him a movie show? Jesus Christ! What on earth?
Oh,
anyway, the main event of NXT Takeover in Your House 2021 is a 5-way match for the NXT Championship. Karrion Kross defending against. Take a deep breath. Adam Cole, Johnny Gargano, Kyle O'Reilly, and the Bruiserweight Pete Dunne. This is quite a talent-filled match, isn't it?
Really is. Really, really is.
Yeah, there's quite a lot of decent people in this one.
Yes. Yeah. It's it feels obvious that it's going to stay with Karrion Kross and just make him look like an absolute monster, but I just don't know. Now that, like, is this where we start to see an Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly thing? I mean, not that one of them has to win it for there to be a feud after that, because that doesn't need a title
No, not at all. It writes itself.
It writes itself. But there's so many different things going on here, but it works. It really, really works. So yeah, it's going to be cool. I mean, a 5-way match, you don't see that all too often, I feel.
You don't see that very often at all, actually.
It's usually 4-way, triple threat, something like that. But
I think it's one fall to a finish as well. I don't think it's like elimination or nothing like
is
that. I think it
is it
is sort
really?
of one
Yeah.
fall to a finish. Yeah. I
Yeah.
am
Interesting.
surprised that Finn Balor's not involved here.
Yeah, I mean, whether he is involved in some way.
I think he will be, right? He's got to be.
Yeah, yeah. Now, interestingly, and it may be too soon, even if it is true. But apparently, Samoa Joe has been seen at the Performance Center.
Seriously?
Yes, and there is talk of him going back to NXT. Now, would he have a 90-day no compete clause? And even if he did, if he's going to go back into WWE, would
Well,
that
they'd
be
scrap
null,
that 'cause
would
no
that be
complete
null and
clause.
void? Yeah, it'd be.
Oh,
It'd be
yeah,
null
of course
and
it
void,
would be. Yeah.
wouldn't it? So
Yeah,
look,
yeah.
even if the rumor's true,
When have
probably
you
too
read that?
soon. When?
Yeah.
In the last 24 hours.
I saw that they were interested in potentially bringing him back for NXT, but if he's been
Yeah.
seen at the Performance Center, that's very interesting.
Yeah. So it may, even if it is true, it may be a bit too soon. But that's just something maybe to keep an eye out on.
I don't think it is too soon.
Don't know. It
Mm.
be a shame if it does happen, given that things have been leaked that he's potentially been at the Performance Centre. That'd be a shame because for his music to hit and we had no idea, that'd have been like Sting at AEW the other month. Sort of like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's too soon. Maybe Finn Balor is still involved tonight in some way. I think they make Karrion Kross look like an absolute monster tonight, and he just destroys all the other 4 guys and wins. Just make
And then maybe
enormous.
Finn Balor comes out afterwards and sort of challenges him again. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. But
yeah, it's a tough one. I mean, all signs point to Karrion Kross leaving with the championship.
Yes, yeah, I think so. Yeah,
I can't see anything other than that, if I'm being honest. But who has put that comment? I've got a thing over the top of it that says upload overlay, which is really annoying.
Elsa, Kano.
Oh, Kano, sorry. Kano, Pete Dunne, I'd love to see him win so much. Plus, do you guys, being UK wrestling reporters, know Talia Martins? She's a Portuguese wrestler. I do know Talia Martins. You guys probably don't know this, but I am, I do some commentary on wrestling, on the UK wrestling scene. And I have called some of Talia Martins' matches for DNA. So if you have a look on YouTube for DNA Wrestling on the Powered 4 YouTube, I think you'll probably see it's like a multi-person match, and Talia Martins is involved in that match. And the voice you can hear over the top of it is mine. There you go.
There you go. Yeah. I'd love to see Pete Dunne win. That'd be amazing. Yep. That would be a proper mark-out moment, especially for us British wrestling fans.
Oh man, I'd love to see Pete win it. It'd be so good.
I mean, he's absolutely holding his own on.
Oh God, yeah, he
NXT.
is.
He's just, and he's Triple H's boy, and so superb.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh wow, didn't know that multi-talented. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. There's my voice on all of the DNA stuff on Powered 4. There's you can find me doing commentary on a lot of matches on the Powered 4 YouTube channel. So if you want to go check that out, you can hear my voice. There you go. So that's that. I think Karrion Kross wins, and then someone comes out to challenge after. Hey, look, if it's Joe, I'm popping. It pops the boys. It pops them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, it pops the lads. It really does.
Yeah, I mean, again, it might be a bit like what we talked about on the podcast with Braun Strowman, a bit of a fire and rehire on a cheaper contract. Maybe that's what they've done.
I think they've realised that they've definitely made some mistakes.
Well, Joe isn't going to have been short of offers, is he? But
no, absolutely not.
WWE could probably match what he's been offered, if not more, and it still be less than what he was earning before he got fired. So it's a win-win all round, isn't it? So
yeah.
Yeah, it'd be great to see, but I don't know. I feel like with the last few takeovers, we've been expecting something big to happen at the end of a match, or at the very end, like they used to, where the signature thing would come up at the bottom, and you think, oh, that's it, and then Champa comes out or whatever. We've
Yeah.
had a few of them, haven't we? They've not really done it recently,
They haven't,
particularly when it's been at the Capital Wrestling Centre. They've not really done it, so maybe they're saving that sort of stuff for when they're back, in front of full crowds and stuff. But I feel like we keep predicting these things to take over, and then they never happen. It just ends. But
yeah,
who knows tonight? Who knows?
Who knows? Let's have a quick look at Rachel's comment here. In Your House theme, any memories of the original In Your Houses? I love the guy with the mullet. He used to come out with a mic. What happened to him, and who was that, if you remember? That was Todd Pettengill. He was he basically did the WWE backstage stuff and like pre-show host, that kind of thing back in the day. So like back in the 90s, Todd Pettengill would sort of do that. Now, if you actually go back and watch last year's In Your House, I believe Todd Pettengill was actually there. I know he's been doing sort of local radio where he lives. So he's still been like doing media stuff since he left WWF all those years ago. But Todd Pettengill has been involved with WWE, I would say, fairly recently, because he did some stuff in the build up to In Your House last year. And I think he did a couple of bits for the WWE network as well. I think he was involved in like the Edge and Christian show and doing some stuff like that. So he has been around. But yeah, Todd Pettengill, quality mullet back in the day. Still, hey, look, still a great voice as well. Yeah, still a great voice. Yeah, Carnage Pain says Todd something. Todd Pettengill.
Pettengill.
Let's change the little banner across the bottom of the screen again. Yeah, so there's our YouTube. If you're watching on Facebook, why not head over to our YouTube? Just drop us a little like and a subscription. It really does help us, according to Finn. And, go like us on all the social media stuff as well. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We're even on TikTok. But yeah, go and check us out. Here's the @ thing for us on social media, @Games and Graps. That's Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Go and have a look at that. And we are on TikTok as well. We post little clips of our podcast. There's that. Just search Games and Graps. We'll come up almost straight away.
Good stuff.
Also, if you enjoy buying clothes, because who doesn't, go to 1310apparel.bigcartel.com. and use the code Games and Graps at the checkout to get 20% off your full order. They do great sort of t-shirts, hoodies, tracksuit tops, caps, all that sort of stuff. And, it can be seen, on WWE Network. They sponsor guys like Will Ospreay and Chris Ridgway. So, yeah, it's that's a good brand. All the stuff.
Good quality clothes. I've got a 1310 t-shirt. It's great. Great quality. Yeah,
absolutely. Really good quality. And Josh is a great guy. He joined us for WrestleMania Night 1 pre-show.
Yeah.
Anyone know when the Super Vlad fan documentary comes out? So interested to hear his story. I know someone who met him in a line for a show, and he said he never reads dirt sheets and he's just a fan. You know what? That is lovely.
What a guy. What a guy.
Yeah, when I used to watch WWF back in the 90s, that dude was he was front row every time. No matter where WWF was, he was there. Like just going nuts in the front row, loving it, just being a wrestling fan. And that's what it was all about. And it's great to see him gonna get some recognition. Yeah, man, that's awesome. I don't know when it comes out, but I don't think it's too far away. No. But it's cool that it's happening. Rachel says just subbed and liked. Thanks. Todd was a funny dude. Also, was Sean Mooney, but way too serious. Yeah, Sean Mooney was around not that long ago either, really. How did he manage to travel to all them places? Honestly, Brett, no idea, mate. I'm sure we'll find out in that documentary, but he was in all them cities, man. It was crazy. Crazy stuff. But yeah, man, I'm looking forward to seeing that. Yeah, Sean Mooney, he was, I think he was on the Edge and Christian show as well. They loved a bit of that, the satire of the old WWF days and things like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, Sean Mooney, man, he used to do like the Coliseum video stuff for WWF back in the day. Like I had a Hulkamania Forever video and Sean Mooney was the host. He was the host for all of those. It was I love that. Sitting in like the WWE, like the production truck, they had all like the TVs and stuff behind him.
Oh yeah. I've seen
Yeah, sometimes you'd have Vince in there, Lord
Vince,
Alfred Hayes.
yeah,
Yeah, good
good stuff.
times.
Good old days. The good old days.
I do miss those days before like the internet and dickheads like us doing podcasts and stuff like that. When you were just a fan, just a fan of wrestling. You believed it, You knew that it was a bit hokey, but you believed
a bit hokey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Carnage says, last question of Odd. Okay. What happened to Silvervision or Clearvision? That's a really good question. I know that so Silvervision used to be the distributors for WWF home video.
Yeah.
Back in the day. So, and Coliseum Video and Silvervision, they were like the distributors of the old WWF stuff. I don't know what happened to them, but I know that there was double packs, like DVDs, of the old Silvervision and Clearvision stuff. But I don't know if they were associated or not, or whether they were just sort of distributed by WWE at the time for them to, just because it was the Coliseum video era and stuff like that. But yeah, man, I'm the same as you, Carnage. I used to sort of get the old Coliseum video stuff, and Rachel says, I think there was an issue with the WWF name change. Potentially, yeah. Squinny says they closed, I believe. I used to buy DVDs every Wednesday or so as they had flash sales. Yeah, so the double packs, they were distributed by Coliseum Video, I think, or Silvervision. Yeah. But now, obviously, everything is in-house with WWE. That's an interesting question. That's a really good question. I like that.
Yeah, I like stuff like that.
Yeah, that's a good one. Right, I think we've pretty much because I bought them all, and when they're selling dirt cheap to clear out. Yeah, I remember Raven used to be an interviewer. Yeah, he was. Johnny Polo is what Raven's character used to be. He was like because people don't really. Some people might not know this, but John actually put that. Yeah. Johnny Polo was Raven's. Who Raven was in WWF, and he used to carry a polo stick because Raven is from a rich background.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Raven's from a rich background, and he's actually a really well-educated guy. He's just super clever, Raven is. But he used to. Yeah, I don't think Johnny Polo ever wrestled. I think he was just a backstage guy in WWF. But yeah, he used to like dress like a polo player, basically. And he used to have a polo stick, and he used to do interviews backstage. Yeah, Johnny Polo. I think Steve's frozen.
Don't know what happened there.
Look at this. How weird is this?
There's 3 of me now.
I've got 2 of you.
Oh, yeah, 2.
That's crazy. There we go. We fixed it.
It crashed again like it did the other night.
That was the craziest shit.
Yeah, it just crashed again like it did when we were recording the podcast.
Yeah, we had some real technical issues the other day when we were recording the podcast. This
is Apple's way of telling me to upgrade my phone. You know what they do?
Maybe, yeah.
4 Steves. That's unfortunate for you, Finn. That's really unfortunate.
There's a comment here. Scotty Flamingo in the ring. Yep. Scotty Flamingo, that rings a bell as well. I mean, he's had quite a few monikers over the years as Raven.
Yeah, I didn't know that about Raven.
Yeah, it's quite interesting, really. Some of these wrestlers' sort of backstories and things like that. It's it is pretty interesting. Right, I think we've probably outstayed our welcome a little bit tonight. Not outstayed our welcome because everyone's still talking, but I think
Brett's just asked a good question. It's not the same anymore with VHS boxes to look at. Now on the network, it's just not the same at all. Did you like to have physical copies? I guess it's a little bit. I mean, I didn't. I would record wrestling off the TV. I didn't go out and buy DVDs or anything like that, or VHS or anything, just because of cost and stuff like that. But I guess it's a little bit like music, isn't it? I mean, I used to love having CDs and stuff, but now it's all on your Apple Music or Spotify or whatever. So yeah, I get what you mean. I get what you mean, Brett. Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, I did used to. I used to get the WWF
you used to
pay-per-views.
have loads, didn't you?
Yeah, so I used to
ECW as well.
Yeah, I used to get the ECW videos. Yeah, because ECW pay-per-views weren't easy to watch in this country. Same goes for WCW pay-per-views. They weren't easy to get either, but they didn't really start bringing WCW pay-per-views out on video until sort of the back end. Last couple of years of WCW. But yeah, I used to collect the WWF videos back in the day. I remember I had the whole collection of 1998.
Wow.
Which was cool, yeah. I agree. Like wrestling magazines, Squinny says, I used to record the pay-per-views on VHS, then use a TV/video recorder to make copies and flog them at school. You are, Squinny, you're a criminal. That's what you are. You know?
Mate,
you've come into this podcast tonight, and what you've done is you've degraded it. You said that rude thing earlier on, and now you're telling us about your criminal past, selling pirated DVDs or videos out of the basket of your BMX. Yeah, you know what? I used to like collecting the magazines as well. I used to love reading Power Slam.
Power Slam, yeah.
I used to love reading Power Slam. That was like basically our source of news at one point. Power Slam
Power Slam was the. It was in Power Slam magazine that I learned that the Harley Davidson that Undertaker used to ride during his American Badass days actually belonged to DDP. There you go. Learned that from Power Slam magazine.
Good stuff. You see, Power Slam.
That's all you needed back in the day.
That's all you needed. But now, it's everywhere. You've got Sean Ross Sapp is like, I've got information, but if you want it, you can fucking pay for it. Yeah. Rachel just said she used to do that as well. Right. Look, with this criminal behavior. I'm joking, of course, guys. It's fine. Squinny's calling Glyn. Pro Wrestling Industry. Yeah, PWI. I mean, it still exists. People still do take that shit quite seriously, actually. Depending on where they are in the PWI 100. But yeah, I used to love wrestling. I used to even love the official WWF magazine back in the day.
Yeah.
There used to be some great stuff in there, But you're right. The internet, it changes everything. It's like Netflix. Yeah, people used to buy DVDs. Can't remember the last time I bought a DVD or a 4K or anything like that because Netflix and Sky just have everything between them now.
Yeah.
It's an absolute crazy time. But guys, I think what we'll do is we're going to head off now. But we are going to be back. Sure. We're going to be back this time next week for Hell in a Cell pre-show before the pre-show. So definitely, stop by. And have a chat to us again. We'll have a bit of a free for all. We'll cover the matches, but we'll just talk.
Yeah,
just talk. Because we love interacting with you guys. It's absolutely awesome. But this has been a lot of fun. Of course, the usual episode of the podcast will be out in midweek as well.
Mm-hmm.
But there's so much good stuff that we've talked about here tonight, and we really do appreciate all of you, and we hope you've had a good time as well, sort of chatting with us here. But thank you very much for joining us. This, of course, has been Games and Graps live with Steve and myself. Two Steves at one point as well, which was great. But yeah, we'll be back next week for Hell in a Cell pre-show before the pre-show. I'm back with a regular episode of our podcast in the week. But for now, my name is Sonny G, and I've been with Steve.
See you later.
And we will see you live next week. Like, subscribe, share the YouTube stuff. Go follow us on social media at Games and Graps on everything. It really does help us out. Spread the word if you've got people that you think would enjoy the show. Enjoy chatting to us about wrestling, video games, TV shows, movies. We'll get that sorted as well. We will do, some sort of TV and film because that's been requested, a few times now. So we think that'll be really cool for you. But we'll leave you with this little trailer for our podcast / YouTube channel. But enjoy In Your House 2021. We'll see you later, guys. Take it easy. What's happening, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of the Games and Graps podcast. Sonny G here with Finn Steele and Steve. It's just so accessible, you know what I mean? Like, Tony Hawk has always been just one of them games you can pick up and play. You're either great at it or you're bang average at it. So this is for the Sonny and Finn Championship.
It is. This one.
His name, his name. Everything's green. It's not good. Oh shit.
But when you do pull a trick off, it looks and it feels so good. Snapped on Retribution. Is that? I mean, are we seeing the beginning of the end of Retribution? I hope so.
A weird ending to the Big E and Apollo match. Not really sure what happened there. Some people saying it's a bit of a botched ending.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's fine having them coming in and wrecking the ring and like acting like idiots, but it just looks stupid because it's not believable. Yeah, we're looking like the Bee Gees with our beards and hair because we're not allowed to get haircuts. We could shave, but we just choose not to.
Show that.
It's very unimpressive when I look through it like that, but yeah.
It's the other one that's really impressive for other reasons.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Just one big Popeye arm. Good evening, Finn.
Good evening.
Finn!
I made it, kind of. Hello.
Are you wearing a dressing gown?
Yeah. I couldn't bother to get changed, so I just
What?
put it down.
He thinks he's Ric Flair. Look at him.
We're finally real podcasters, not just like part-timers.
Exactly.
The called the best podcast episode ever. If only we had a soundbite for that.
Oh.